really want to give this to somebody this year. This is free accommodation and free transportation once you hit the island of Jamaica. That means you have to make it there. So your plane fare, that's yours to pay. But as far as where you're going to stay and a fee for where you're going to stay, which can be pretty expensive, and also for transportation moving around for the time period in which you're going to be there, which can also be pretty expensive, those will be covered. I can't even imagine not being able to go back to Jamaica for years and years. I can't imagine it. I am in Jamaica every single year, and sometimes I'm in Jamaica multiple times per 1 year. So I can't imagine never going back to Jamaica like for 1, 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And we've always said at this channel, I feel sorry for those who that's what the situation is. Well, we've come up with somewhat of a solution and a gift at the same time. Welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. So this right here, I promised I would do a video about this only, so the video stands out more, so you won't miss any details. We went over these details before. We announced this before, but it was done in a morning live show, and the morning live show ran about 3 hours and change. So in a 3-hour and change video, something like this that took up about 5-10 minutes, it got lost. People aren't going to dig through a 3.5-hour video to find this 5-10 minute piece of information right here. And we need for you to see this piece of information right here, because I'll tell you what, every time I go to Jamaica, I have my own place where I can stay, right? But I don't go there because from I was a child, I always wanted to go to all 14 parishes in Jamaica. So what I wanted to do was, every time I go, I stay at a different location just so I can enjoy another part of Jamaica that I had never seen before. Now, what I realize is staying out is expensive. You can find some cheap place, you know, but I don't do cheap and rugged because I usually have my wife and I usually have my children with me. And my children, them are some little Farin born picnic, you know. When time mosquitoes start bite them up on them something, then them start bawl out loud. So them no want that, Daddy, I'm not going back to Jamaica, don't take me. And even my daughter, she is 11. I said, baby girl, I'm planning a trip to Jamaica again. And she was like, please leave me out of it. Cause I carry her go to Clarendon up in the bush there, and I try to show her some bush life. And mosquito would have killed her up there. And the poor thing with her little soft yellow skin, she couldn't take it. So it spoiled the trip. So I tried to stay in places where they will enjoy. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to do cheap and rugged. So if you're not going to do cheap and rugged, it's probably going to cost you a little extra, right? So I'm not saying you can't find cheap place there to stay, because you certainly can. For those who love the off the beaten path and the budget friendly travel, that's there for you too. But I usually stay in places like gated communities with swimming pools and 24-hour security and a bit more opulent surrounding, you know? Okay, these cost money. But guess this, even though those cost money, I rent a vehicle. And usually when I rent a vehicle, the vehicle itself costs more than the actual place that I stay. I'm just trying to give you an idea of how expensive these things can be. So if somebody was to pay for your vehicle or pay for your transportation rather, if somebody was to volunteer to have you with them and take you around the island so you can familiarize or refamiliarize yourself and see things and go places and these things, enjoy the time you have there, like in a personal tour guide kind of way. If somebody was to provide a beautiful room with a beautiful view for you, which you don't have to pay a penny for the whole time you're there, I think this would be ideal for someone who has not been back to Jamaica in a while. So this is exactly what we have on this channel going right now. Shout out to our brother Mervin the Point Jamaica Kerr on our channel. He's a part of the family, and Mervin has come together with us for this right here, right? We really appreciate you for this, Mervin. Mervin says, SouFlo, let's bring a Jamaican back to Jamaica. Because this is what we've always done. We've always said. Also, we encourage people to get back in touch with your roots and your culture. We encourage people to stay in touch with Jamaica. We tell those who haven't been back in years, and some of them, we did throw a stone back at them, go take up back the stone, book a trip, go. We've always said, listen, if you haven't been back in a while and you don't have anybody there, because you know grandma pass off, grandpa pass off, auntie, uncle and cousins, brothers and sisters, them there, England, Canada, you know, Rome, wherever they are in the world. Your family is scattered now, people are older now, you're not in touch with anybody, so you don't have no direct links and connections when you're landing at the place. We even tell them, say, start out with an all-inclusive and then venture out from there and get to know the island again. We often have people who say to us, boy, SouFlo, about 25 years now, me not go back to Jamaica. That's more than half of my lifetime. We have people who say, about 10 years now, me not go back, you know, about 5 years now, me not go back, you know. One lady told me the other day, she said she left Jamaica 8 years ago and she has not been back since. And she has no desire to go back. Those people kind of have stories behind that, you know. But when you dig into the meat of the matter, people did experience some hard life a yard and them thing there and them go far and go find a little better. But that no means say you have to disconnect yourself from your yard, because foreign is not ours. And any day, any regime can take over the regime that you're comfortable under, and next thing you know, all the rules start to change and they're not in your favor as an immigrant. Don't act like you don't know what I talk about. Alright, so with that said, here are our rules for whoever it is that is going to get this. I want you to listen carefully. I saved it for last. Alright, so for whatever reasons, we hear on this show from many Jamaicans abroad who are disconnected and they just can't visit because they have no relatives there in Jamaica anymore. Now, we are willing to host either an individual or a couple. It's one room. So whoever you're going to the one room with is somebody where you can sleep. It is someone you're going to have to be able to sleep in a one room with. You can't come to this and ask for another room. It is one room that is available, right? It's a nice room. Please don't think shack, because we don't do shack, okay? No offense to those who live in a shack, but it's not shack we're doing. We're talking about niceness here, right? With a beautiful view. So, we are willing to host either one individual or a couple. Now the couple could be a husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend couple. The couple could be a father and son or mother and daughter or mother and son or whatever that couple is, right? Right, a couple. But just know, say you're going to stay in that one room, because that would be your room. Has a nice balcony with a nice view and all these things, and the host that's going to be hosting you is somebody who is very seasoned in Jamaican culture, the arts, is a person that lives life, goes around to cultured event. This is a mature individual that is married, has a wife and a family, and these kind of things. We're not sending you anywhere bugoyaga to any bugoyaga person, because we don't do that either. Our reputation is on the line for this, right? So give me your hand, trust me on this one. This is where you want to be. I promise you this is where you want to be. I'm going to tell you what you need to do, but here are the requirements. So we're willing to host one person or a couple, right? This is an exclusive offer though, that is only available to someone who is a paid subscriber of this channel. So you can be a member of the channel, as in you're subscribed. That won't qualify you. You have to be a paid member, meaning you're one of the people who, when we go live, your name shows up in green in the chat. And when we do members only exclusively with the chat, your name is in there in green. So this is for somebody who you have to be a paid subscriber to SouFLoTV. That's one. This cannot be for somebody who goes to Jamaica on a regular basis. That means you're established. You're who we're trying to make this person become like. So this wouldn't be fitting for you, right? I make a joke about it and I said, if you're one of the people who I keep seeing in the airport, like I'm leaving, because when I'm leaving Jamaica, I always see people coming in, SouFLo, Wagwan, at the airport. Y'all left? Me just a reach, you know? Yeah, that's exciting. I love it. But if you're one of those, then this doesn't qualify you, or this disqualifies you. We're talking about somebody who has not done that in a while. So you really don't have any family in Jamaica and you haven't been back for 5 years or more because of this no connection thing, right? 5 years or more, you haven't been back to Jamaica. Now, we can accommodate one person, a female or a male, or one couple. Keep that in mind, you know. Doesn't have to be a married couple, boyfriend and girlfriend couple, or mother and son, or mother and daughter, or father and son, or father and daughter. A couple. I don't know who I go and stay in one room with as a woman, as a girl with their father though. So, you know, but mother and son might. But however y'all want to work it, it will work out fine that way. You must know on a personal thing. Me and my mother can sleep in the same room. We don't have to change clothes in front of each other and all that. We can make the best of an opportunity like this, given what comes with it. Right? It gets better. Keep listening. So the persons will have to fly into the country on their own accord. That means wherever you're at in the US or wherever you're coming from, you're responsible for yourself until you hit that airport. Preferably that you fly into the MBJ airport. That is the airport in Montego Bay, right? The Don Sangster International Airport, Montego Bay Airport. If you come there, things will run as smooth as possible. As for right now, it is preferably that you come through that airport. It's not set in stone, but it is preferred that you come at that airport. Here's the kicker too. Because you're going into a mature setting with mature, cultured people, no bugu yaga people who have them things, people that are not into foolishness, but they are into a good life, you are required to be about 37 years old and older, right? 37 and older for you. This time space will be from December 22nd to January 3rd of this year into the new year. From December 22nd to January 3rd is the time slot. So you can fly in on December 22nd. What if you want to leave on the 29th? You're coming in, you're going to do Christmas in Jamaica, you leave on the 29th, you get back home to bring in the New Year's with the rest of your family, or because you haven't been back to Jamaica in a long time, you want to be there to see what the New Year's ringing in is like in Jamaica again. You want to experience Grand Market Night, Christmas, this, that, and the other. Then you come in and you stay the full 22nd to the 3rd of January or to the 2nd of January, however you do it. The gateway is the 22nd of December to the 3rd of January 2026, right? The 22nd of December 2025 to the 3rd of January 2026. That's the window. All right, I'm stressing it so you're on task. She or he or they, if it's a person, individual or couple, you must be flexible to travel with your host, because your host don't sit down in a one place and don't do nothing. They move around the place. They are festive people. You must be open to traveling with your host to the various authentic places that they will be going to and the events that they will be attending while this time period is there. The next one is you have to bring your own pocket money, okay? So you're paying for your fare to get there and you're bringing your own pocket money. We're advising about 45 US to 70 US dollars per day. That's menial. You're on vacation, okay? This is for somebody who have it. 45 to 70 US dollars a day. That should be enough for when we're driving around in Jamaica, sometimes we just look and we see like a jerk hut, or we see something that, want to taste some of that, want to know what that is. And you go over there and people are spending their little money. We want you to feel at home, welcomed and a part of the family. So, and still feel a bit independent. So you don't want someone to always have to be dipping in their pocket and you want something for drink? Here. And you want something to eat? Here. We'll show you and take you to the places, but we want you to be able to pay for your day-to-day and entry fees to get into these little places we might be going to, etc. Right? Trust me, they're not going to overdo things to the point where you can't afford it and you just feel completely left out. That's absolutely not what this trip is going to be like. So you don't have to worry about that right there. You will be picked up from the airport and you will be dropped off to the airport. You don't have to worry about, once you hit the airport in Jamaica, you are taken care of from there to where your accommodation or where you're going to be staying. And when it's time for you to leave, you will be brought to the airport on time to fly back out of the country. So you don't have to worry about any of that as well. Your accommodation will be provided for. Your meals at your accommodation will be provided for, meaning when them cook up them nice ackee and saltfish with, some dumpling or a couple finger banana and piece of nice yellow yam or renta yam or something like that, they're not gonna cook and not give you none. You're included as if you are part of the family as well, right? And you must be able to travel around with them for the holidays, so you can get a real feel and a real experience of being in Jamaica. Not in a touristy way, but authentically with an authentic Jamaican family who does this for real. Now this family, just so some of you don't get scared, my reputation is on the line here. Everybody who's followed me for any amount of time can tell you that I'm a no-nonsense kind of person when it comes to my word and saying what I'm going to do and being about safety and about family. So I'm taking your safety and your family just the same as I would mine. And I assure you 100% that you will be okay and well taken care of. The goal again is to have somebody who has not been to Jamaica in over 5 years return to Jamaica and enjoy the festive season of the Christmas leading into the New Year's between December 22nd of 2025 to January 3rd of 2026. What you will have to do is you will have to write to SouFLoTV, SouFLoTV @gmail.com and say, SouFLo, I need this trip. I have not been back in 5 years. I have not been back in 10 years. I don't really have connections in Jamaica. I would love to go. I miss Grand Market. I miss ringing in the New Year in Jamaica. I just miss the whole festive Christmas season in Jamaica, and I want to go experience it again. I miss the island. I feel like a piece of me is missing. Take me there, SouFLo. Or you can write and say, SouFLo, my son has never been, or my daughter has never been, and I left a long time ago, had my children overseas, so this would be a great opportunity for me to take my daughter who is grown and myself who is super grown to go show them this, right? And remember, again, the kind of people you're going to be amongst. This is not a G-string skin out kind This is not a G-string skin out, carry yourself, wagga wagga kind of something. I mean, bring your nice wares. Jamaica is warm. The water is warm in the Christmas time. I was just there for ringing in the New Year's for this year. And I was there the whole Christmas season into the New Year season. We came back mid-January from Jamaica this year. And the whole time, America did a freeze. Canada was freezing. England was still freezing because it's Christmas season into New Year. Some places were having snow blizzards. Guess where we were? In Jamaica, jumping off in every beach water and climbing Duns River Fall and all these things. Water warm and nice. So bring all your proper attires. But reach out to us at SouFLoTV@gmail.com and make this trip yours. I look forward to hearing from you. Don't wait too long because I will be closing this by the end of this month. The last day of this month will be the last day to apply. We have to get this finalized. And please, if you're somebody you are not too sure, then just don't apply, because we don't want you to have to pull out at the last minute when you robbed somebody of a space who was absolutely sure that they would have went come hell or high water. So you have to come hell or high water. I'm committed to this and I'm going. Nothing is going to stop me. One of those kind of people is who we are looking for. Alright? Alright. Play it over again. Get all the information you need from this one video right here and reach out to us at SouFLoTV@gmail.com and let's talk about it. And let's see if you are a right fit for this. Okay? Matter of fact, sometimes you can, while you're on the live, when we go live, just put it in the comment section, SouFlo, I need that trip to Jamaica. Let me see you. Because you might put it in the email and it miss me. Also be active in the chat section. SouFlo, I need that trip to Jamaica. And let me see it. Alright? Alright. One love. Walk good. I'll catch you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.